Well, we made it to Madrid. Buenos dias, señoras and señoritas.
Even though we made it, and we made it on time, there were 7 surprises along our trip. Stay tuned to hear about them all. Our first surprise was, due to the snowy conditions and cold in Spokane, we had to de-ice the plane before we could leave Spokane. That would have been fine, but when we got to Seattle, we had a fairly long trip. We were going from one end of the airport to the other, and we were almost the last people on our plane to get on the plane. But we made it and we're fine. Flying a 777-200, one of the newest planes, was quite an experience, and they served us nice food on the plane. The second surprise was a stewardess who was delightful, found us seats where we could lay down across a row and enjoy our flight. Just delightful. She said, "You need more space to spread out." So we actually got a little bit of sleep on the night. The third surprise would come when we got to England. So you can see as we're flying in here, the hedgerows along the way, and then that breaks into the city. So here are some of the sights of the city. In this picture, you can see the Shard, the tallest building. You can see what's affectionately called the Walkie-Talkie Building, and you can see the London Eye Ferris wheel, as well as some other landmarks in this picture. Even though we had flown through London before and were flying with what we thought was the same things, our American rules for the amount of hand sanitizer you're allowed apparently didn't meet British rules, and our large 8-ounce bottle of sanitizer was confiscated. So here you can see scenes of us flying in the countryside in Spain. You can see the rows and the farmland, and here we are landing in Spain. So the fourth surprise was that we were on time. 3 airlines, two changes, and leaving at 5:20, and we were on time. The fifth surprise came when our taxi driver, whom we thought would know his way around Madrid, got lost finding his way to our Airbnb. What should have been a 20-minute taxi ride wound up taking something like an hour and 20 minutes. Which is a time when we were glad for fixed taxi fares. At one point, in fact, the driver got out of the car, turned it off, and we were sitting in the back of the car while he went and asked directions at a square. At another place, he had to pull in his mirrors on the side of his car and inch his way through a corner because the streets were so narrow that it was just wide enough for his car to fit. We were finally able to arrive by calling our Airbnb hostess, and she gave the driver directions. So we arrived. The sixth surprise was our delightful Airbnb hostess who met us, gave us a tour of the Airbnb. She also pointed out the seventh surprise, which was a place for us to eat right across the street. World-class meal. Tomorrow, we'll tell you about our delightful breakfast and the wonders of walking around older Madrid. It's beautiful. Until then, safe travels.